about to get magical in here. Hey everyone, welcome back to By Its Cover. I'm Leah, and today, in honor of the 20th anniversary, we are reviewing the Harry Potter series. So for this, I am sticking to the original saga, the 7 books. No Fantastic Beasts, no Cursed Child, but it's probably going to be a lot, so get ready. Harry Potter is probably what gave me the idea to start this channel. It was the first book I ever found the cover design info inside of, and it remains my favorite because it has its own special page just for all that information, and as a designer, I love that. It is number 1 on easiest to discern cover information. Okay, we're gonna go all the way back to the beginning and start with the first edition UK covers. Here is a picture of what they all look like, but get ready because they almost each have a different designer. Books 1 and 2 were by Thomas Taylor. Book 3 and 4 was by Cliff Wright. Book 5 was by Giles Greenfield. And books 6 and 7 were by Jason Cockcroft. As with most first editions, they're not my favorite. And actually I've never seen them in person before. I don't have a whole lot to say as an American about them, but I just thought it was an important piece of history in the series of Harry Potter covers. Now going to the first edition US covers. These are my original copies. You can tell by how yellow the pages are. All the illustrations are by Mary Grand Prix, and her art director was David Saylor. Probably the most notable thing about these covers is the full wraparound image. The entire jacket is used to create one scene, and it was a great teaser for what you were about to find in the book you were reading. Now for that cover design page I mentioned, I should say that this is only in the hardcover copies, but it's the very last page. There's this diamond of Tesk with a little lantern above it, and I'm actually going to read this one off to you because I couldn't say it any better. This book art was directed by David Saylor. The art for both the jacket and the interior was created using pastels on toned printmaking paper. The text was set in 12-point Adobe Garamond, a typeface based on the 16th century type design of Claude Garamond, redrawn by Robert Slimback in 1989. The book was typeset by Brad Walrod and was printed and bound at Quebecor World in Martinsburg, West Virginia. The managing editor was Manuela Soares, and the manufacturing director was Angela Biola. That's a lot of information that you don't totally need all of, but it's so nice just to find the body copy super easily. I love knowing the medium used for the illustrations, like the paper and pastels. You can kind of tell that looking at it, but it's just nice to know. And I like how they've printed onto a similar pastel printing paper to retain that effect. And I'm pretty sure we all know by now that this is a custom font and is now trademarked and belongs to J.K. Rowling. But if you didn't know, the chapter titles and the author font down here are Charlemagne. It's a pretty old font, and now everyone just associates it with Harry Potter, but I, at least in class, learned the origination of it. And obviously the name is metallic and embossed. I still own only my original set of books because I grew up with them. How could I let these go? But also they were just so whimsical. It encapsulates each story perfectly. It definitely creates a sense of magic, and it's very child friendly. After these covers came a new box set once all the books were out, and I'll throw a pic of it up there. Mary still helped with the illustrations, but she also worked with Kazu Kibushi on the illustrations. These ones are definitely a bit darker. They're super action heavy and very exciting, and I think it was a good continuation. They're very fluid, lots of circular movement going on. And with this series, as well as the originals, I liked that each had a set kind of color scheme with a temperature. They weren't necessarily monotone until you got to like Goblet of Fire and Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows, but still super easily recognizable. Moving on after that was the 15th anniversary box set edition. Here is a picture of those. I love these a lot. I think they were a great way to bring the story to a new generation of kids by making the covers a little more interesting, up-to-date kind of. If a kid today picked up this yellow copy of Harry Potter, they'd probably be a little disgusted, which is sad, but these are super cool. There's a lot of hidden faces and silhouettes in these that add to more mystery, but still lots of magical elements that draw the reader in. And not to mention that when you line them all up, it creates Hogwarts Castle along the spines, and I love that. So in my adventures, I also looked at other countries' covers that were all pretty much first editions. Most other places weren't as good as the UK and US, so I'm not going to include them. But a lot had more traditional symbolism of witches, like pointy hats and the black cats and the owls and the brooms, definitely. There's also a lot of fan designs out there that I really, really like. My particular favorite is this one black set with laser cutting in the cover that just cuts out a symbol to represent each book, like the stone or the goblet. There's also these audiobook covers done by Ollie Moss, who is a great designer. I did a project about him once, or based off of him, but he's super good at combining like double imagery. So in these, having the lightning strike also be a branch, the flames in the goblet also being like a forest, anything like that. And then more recently, you have the illustrated editions. We're up to number 3 now, I believe, but I only have 1 here. These are illustrated by Kim J from covers, inside illustrations, everything. He uses watercolor and pencil, and I don't have enough time to show you everything in this book, obviously, but I'm going to show you my favorite part, which is actually the end pages. Look like they're done with ink and maybe pencil, and they are super dark and creepy, but beautiful. Like, holy crap. What? And now here we are at the 20th anniversary, and they're doing another release where you can get the first book so far in your house colors, which I think is super, super cool. There's either a bright color version of your house or a black cover version, and then the edges can match your house as well. And it's just so fun. But now you're gonna make me buy like 4 copies of the first book because I want the whole house set. Okay, I think that's all I have. I can't believe I finished this in under 20 minutes, to be honest. If you're a Potterhead and want to see maybe the Hogwarts Library Collection or Fantastic Beasts script or Cursed Child, let me know down below in the comments. The new edition Hogwarts Library is definitely on my wish list. If somebody wants to buy that for me, I would love you forever. Hit like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Go check out some other videos, go check out social media, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next chapter.